All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Rock and Roll Geezer Show, a weekly rock news gab fest, if you will, from the upper Midwest, the dank upper Midwest today. Yeah, I get to use that word, dank. Sure enough, and nonetheless, maybe dank up here in the Midwest, upper Midwest, but we got a lot to talk about. Got a bunch of tours and all sorts of stuff going on. Foo Fighters, Rush. Yeah, Doc's give us a movie review, big movie review he saw. Yeah, a little update on tragedy and boy, just tours. Possibly new music from a legendary punk band and Tommy Lee. Gosh, just love this cat, man. He gives us so much material to work with. But here we go, man. Over there in Royal Illinois, that'd be Doc Vox. What's going on over there, yeah, hey there.
Oh yeah, ready for another week, man. Yeah, we got Tommy Lee's. He's been out of the news for a whole what
Month.
2 months, maybe. I went up and a half. I don't know, whatever. So we got something for him, and yeah, I went and saw the Springsteen movie, man. I got to talk about that for sure, man.
Yeah, no
I could probably
doubt.
do a whole show just on talking about it, but I'll try to keep it brief and concise and keep my thoughts.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, before we get into that though, we got some big tour news. Big
yeah.
tour news.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's that time of the year where everybody starts getting ready to tour, and here we go. We got the Foo Fighters, or Food Fighters, that I call them, and the Queens of the Stone Age. Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah, they're teaming up for the Take Cover Tour 2026. They're going to be hitting stadiums across the good old North America. By golly, gotta love North America. You betcha. It's only 14 dates, though. It's like
Yeah.
it's a walk in the park to most people. The 14-date run kicks off August 4th in Toronto and wraps up September 26th in beautiful, seedy Las Vegas. And of course, and not only will they be with the Queens of the Stone Age, but they will have support from Mannequin Pussy and Gouge Away. What the mannequin pussy? Let me put my
Just
glasses
other
on.
names based on their names. Mannequin Pussy and Gouge Away, man. Yeah, just based on their names. You
Well,
gotta
yep,
you
that's the
gotta you gotta
truth.
get them on the bill. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I got my glasses on. That's for sure. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Foo Fighters. Well, they did a little bit gigging after Taylor split. They did the tour and all that stuff, and here they go again with the Queens. But the Queens are bummed out. Doc, I found an article here. Let me see. Get my glasses. I'm getting so old. It says here from the good people of Enemy, Queens of the Stone Age had to cancel the Berlin show at the last minute. We're angered, frustrated, and shocked by the decisions made, is what the band said. And they've been out on tour on their European and a UK leg of their special Catacombs tour, where they tour all the legendary catacombs of Europe. It's got to be a heck of a good time. I'm just
If you're a rock band, why not do stuff like that?
do
Why
something
not?
at the Catacombs tour. But yeah, they had a scheduled show in Berlin. Berlin, no, not
No,
Berlin,
not Berlin.
Berlin,
Berlin, yeah.
back on the 23rd because of the organizers' inexcusable poor planning. Wow. Yeah. The band states the concert organizer failed to tell us that Theater des Westends was unable to put on the Catacombs show as intended, they wrote. We were surprised by this news at such a late stage, making it impossible to relocate the show. Therefore, it is with extreme disappointment that we announce the Catacombs Tour performance planned for October 23rd has been canceled. Oh boy, and they went on to say that they were, quote, angered, frustrated, and shocked by the decisions made by the organizers, adding The disrespect shown towards you and your valuable time and money that resulted in this action is inexcusable. And then they went on to say, ticket holders can, who purchase the tickets can all get them back and whatnot. But must be a bunch of dumbasses, man, running that kind of thing. But shit happens. Who knows? Yeah, I'd love to hear the other side, but if it's bad planning, what the hell?
Yeah, I hope they had something else in the area and they weren't just going over there just for that show. Yeah, I'm sure they
Well,
did, but
well, something's weird there. The organizers, if they're organizers, they know this. They know their shit. So there's probably
right.
something. They know how to put on shows if they're organizers. So, shame on Berlin. Tear down the wall.
I had my name on the wall. I was there,
Did you
man.
really?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
when you were in the
Spent a
when
few
you were in the
days.
army?
Yeah, yeah. Spent a few days over in
Yeah.
Berlin and had a real good time. Well, I wasn't stationed in Berlin, but we went on a little 4-day trip there and did the
Ah,
whole.
check out the
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fräuleins
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I was still at East Germany, the wall, and all that good stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Holy
But
cow.
yeah, so Queens of the Stone Age, they're going to be teaming up with Foo Fighters on this tour now. So after that, getting that stuff out of the way, I saw them opening for Pearl Jam once. Queens of the Stone Age. Josh
Yeah.
Homme, he's one of those guys. He's
He's
played
an
with Iggy.
enigma,
They
man.
done
He
yeah. He's done
jammed
all
with
kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Iggy and he's
yeah.
done all sorts of weird stuff. So,
Uh,
and with Mannequin Pussy and Gouge Away, it's gonna be a hell of a good time.
of
Ladies and
course,
gentlemen.
Foo Fighters got their new drummer, Elin. I guess that's how you say his name. Elin, Ilan. Elin. I'm gonna say Elin
I,
Rubin.
yeah, yeah.
And too, it says 14 dates, but I looked at it, I just see 12.
What
So
the
I don't know.
heck?
I don't know if it's 12 cities anyway. It doesn't show like 2 dates in any one city, so I don't know. But yeah, they're coming around here to the Soldiers Field over by there.
Yeah.
cheapest ticket, cheapest ticket in the house, $118.
Jeez.
So I'm sure you're in another
Ladies
zip
and
code for that,
gentlemen,
probably.
please put your hands together for Mannequin Pussy. Yeah, that'll go over good. I don't know. They had a band in Chicago, back
That
in the
wouldn't make very exciting porn, I wouldn't think.
well, some of these names, yeah. What the hell, they had that one group, the one group in particular in the Chicago area back in the day
I
was
know what you're
called
gonna say.
Maggot,
Oh
and
no.
then the T blank blank T word. I'm not even gonna say it. It's so disgusting about a woman's female organ.
Oh.
Maggot. It's like, are you kidding? You know?
Oh,
Yeah,
maggot twat? Is that what
yeah.
it is?
Remember that?
Okay.
Yeah, they were all over the Illinois Entertainer back then and playing all over the place. I could just see the Thanksgiving dinner with Grandma there, and oh, what are you doing, grandson? Hey, Granny, I'm in a group called Maggot. I'm not gonna say it. Just
Oh, that's
wow.
the most god awfulest mess you ever did here. Oh my god.
Now pass me the potatoes.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's horrible. Well, good.
I
Good
thought you
for
were
the.
gonna go Brick Jack House.
Oh, that's the best name ever, though. That's nothing wrong with that name. That's like a
Oh, okay.
perfect name.
Right.
No, no, no. Brick Jack House. That's great. Gosh, how can you not love that name? Of course, anybody who knows, Jack Brickhouse, a legendary Cubs announcer, and we mean legendary, baby, for sure. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, there you go, man. Food fighters and another thing, Rush. These guys, come on,
I
man.
can't figure this one out. I cannot figure this out at all.
What originally Rush, 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 Rush. They ain't played in a while. But they're feeling the spirit of radio live shows for sure. They've just extended their 2026 North American 50 something tour for the third time. What originally started out as a brief 11 concert jaunt, 11 concert. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah,
I just
yeah, yeah.
11
Seven
con-
cities, 11 shows. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what it started off
Four
as.
in okay, 11 concert jaunt, their first since 2015, and legendary drummer Neil Peart's untimely 2020 passing has now expanded to 56 shows that will send the Rock Hall of Famers to arenas all over the U.S. and their native Canada from June through December. That includes 4 gigs. Yeah. We talked about that. Mad, Mad City, Madison Square Garden. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane the amount of cities. I don't know how they're going to do it. You know, they're going down to Mexico. They're going all over the place, man. They're staying in they're not going over to Europe, but man,
Right.
the schedule looks insane.
Yeah,
It's
they're not going
absolutely.
to Europe yet. I would not count it out. It just, I mean, like you said, it was 7 cities, 12 shows, whatever, 11 shows, whatever it was, and now how many shows? It's like I don't know, I can't even count. It's dozens. I mean, it's a list. It's a
It's
huge
like an
list, man.
encyclopedia.
Oh
It's
my
amazing.
gosh, man.
Boy, wow. Well, I'm glad. I wouldn't. I'm sure the drummer will have no issues. She's young and full of piss and vinegar, but God bless. Alex and Getty, man. If you can do that,
It's just so odd that they started off small like that. And you thought that, okay, they'll probably add a few more shows. But after the second announcement, you figure, okay, that's it. But now they've like, I don't know, like tripled, man. It's like unbelievable how many shows they got coming. So,
these cats,
yeah,
good for
God
them.
bless them. Yeah,
Good
good. So all
man, oh
fans can see
man.
them.
Get a singer for the high parts. That's all I gotta say.
But like I said last week, though, if I were a Rush fan and I were thinking about traveling somewhere, I think I might hold off because sooner or later they might come around to your town. So, yeah,
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people who bought tickets and all. They'll probably be up on resale maybe now that they're coming closer to
Yeah, oh
to
yeah,
their
I'm sure they have no
towns.
problem reselling them.
Yeah, forget A. But yeah, just the price of tickets, geez. I just can't, my money's too valuable being a retiree. I can't just
On a
go throw
fixed
hundreds of
income and
dollars.
whatnot.
Yes, fixed income. It's me. Yep, Mr. Fixed Income. I just can't throw away $300 just for one event. That's just not in my budget. And I run a tight budget, but yeah, that's just a bit much for one event. Eesh. We're still praying that. Well, we'll get into that a little bit later here. Uh, what I want to talk about in terms of tickets and whatnot. But in any case, there you go, man. Freaking rush, rush, rush. We'll be seeing so much online and shit. It's like we will have been there. There'll be people with these new freaking cameras or these phones. What iPhone 17 now? You look at it's got
Yeah, I
like
don't even know.
four
Yeah,
camera lenses on the dang thing.
right.
They can make movies using these damn
Oh
cameras.
yeah.
So we're gonna get some real quality video anyway from Rush. So I'm not worried about that. But yeah, sorry, Rush, I can't afford the money. But boy, I saw him back in the day. Yeah, Caressa Steel. That was the first, I think, the first tour I saw.
Oh
They were
okay.
promoting Caressa Steel, so that was way early. They were still
Oh
hungry
yeah.
as hell, playing with Blue Oyster Cult and shit. Yeah, yeah. So good for Rush, man. And hey, what's up there, Doc? What's up, Doc? You went and saw the Boss. Boss got a
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
out.
Talk about spending $300 on a concert ticket. That's the most I ever spent. 350. I spent to see Bruce, man.
Really?
I, I couldn't touch Bruce, but I could touch the guy that was touching Bruce. I was that close. I was up there pretty good. But
Front
yeah, it's
row, huh?
$350. Yeah, I was about 3-4 deep. But
Wow.
still, nonetheless, it was anyway. Excuse me. So yeah, I went and saw the movie. Oh god, what's the movie called? I don't even remember. Deliver Me from Nowhere, and it's got the guy Jeremy Allen White playing Bruce, and it's focusing on basically 1 year of his life, 1981, and this is the making of the album Nebraska. And
Okay.
people aren't familiar with this album. It's not one of his better known. This Between the River, when he had Hungry Heart, his first Big Ten hit, and between Born in USA, he had an album Nebraska.
Wasn't it
And
acoustic
yeah, yeah,
album?
it's all
Okay.
acoustic,
I'll be darned. I knew
and
it.
then yeah, and that
Wow.
was a big part of the story. Was he's coming off of his first top five hit with Hungry Heart. The record companies wanting more hits. We got this hot commodity
Young
with Springsteen,
whippersnapper. Sure.
and he's putting out what he's putting out, and he starts doing these songs. and they're demos. All these songs just start as demos. He gets at the time it was a new Teak. Is that TAAC? The old Teak
Tiak,
for
Tiak,
Tiak 40. That's how they pronounced
Tiak.
it. I thought they were mispronounced it just
No,
to be funny
Tiak.
or
That's
something.
how it's
Tiak.
pronounced.
Okay. Got Tiak 4-track and brought in his bedroom and had his buddy record them and says, this don't have to be perfect. It's just I'm just getting down ideas, and so he puts it down and it's all the songs from the Nebraska album and a few that ended up on Born in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes into the studio and he tries to get the band to do them, and they just can't replicate it. They just can't. He can't get the same sound, the same feel, and they end up using the demo. It's on a regular cassette tape, just on a regular cassette tape, and they're going through the whole problem of getting that to record. And I've always noticed when I listen to it, you got to crank it up
Yeah.
because they had to record it at such a low level because it was a demo. It wasn't of the highest quality. So
Wow.
you get that sound. It sounds like he's just sitting in his bedroom doing these songs. So,
Wow.
but the way they just tie it in, he was going through depression. And it's kind of the flashbacks of growing up with his dad, who was kind of sort of semi-abusive and drunk, and the things that they were going through, and the reconciliation there, and just the way they tied it all together. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Really enjoyed it. Lots of good little nuggets for Springsteen fans like me, and even if you're not, lots of stuff to enjoy. One thing though, I gotta say, I didn't enjoy the casting choice. The Jeremy Allen White playing Springsteen that never worked for me.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the cast, I didn't know anybody else. But here's one for you.
Oh.
Put this in the category of this will make you feel old. The woman, the actress that played his mother,
Yeah.
the woman that played Springsteen's mother, mostly in flashbacks, so she's 40-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Was the actress that played the little girl on Field of Dreams.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
now
the
here's
hot
30
dog.
some years later. Yeah.
Got the hot
It
dog
choked on the
stuck
hot
in her
dog.
throat.
Yeah.
That's just great.
So that's the only actor that
Jeez.
I recognize.
Thanks,
Other than,
man. Thanks for
yeah.
that buzzkill, dude.
Right.
God,
Here she is playing
wow.
Springsteen's mom. It's like, oh my
Oh
God. Yeah. I
my
guess that movie
God.
is 30 plus years old now. Um, but
They
yeah, so
got
they put out the album and he was just like, look, I want no singles, no tours, no press, no, we're just putting it out. And they're just putting it out there. And of course, the record company's freaking out and everything. But at the same time, I got thinking about it. They got to know that they had Born in the USA. He had that ready.
oh, there you
He's
go.
got I'm on Fire. He's got Cover Me. So he had a few of those songs ready. So they got to know, hey, we got these in the bank. Okay, yeah, there's not going to be any hits on this album. But it was just kind of going through the artistic, like he had to put it out because that's what he was going through, and just this
Uh-huh.
dark album, man. It's just I don't know, it's a pretty good movie, man. I highly recommend it. So
All
I
right.
could go on. There's lots of cool little things in the movie to talk about, but you gotta kind of see it. And
Cool beans, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
Bruce.
yeah.
Bruce.
One thing before I let go, the one thing I did make note of was the soundtrack. While he's driving around and doing things with just kind of the classic rock hits of the time. It was like a lot of Foreigner and Santana and stuff like that they were playing. So yeah, that was pretty cool choice that they did it that way. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
pretty good movie.
My introduction to Santana was Abraxas. Abraxas.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And no, yeah, early Sly Stone. Don't call me N-word, Whitey. Don't call me Whitey, N-word. Of course, he didn't say N-word, but yeah,
Right.
back in the day, crazy stuff going on there. Doggone, gall darn son of a gun. So the boss, yeah, the boss, man, one percenter,
Yeah,
man.
just kind of like he knows he's like on the brink of like superstardom, but he's kind of dealing with issues and but they'll like hit you over the head with it. You know what I mean? It was very well done. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had to look it up who directed it, but they did a great job. Other than the guy playing him, it just never worked for me. But other than that,
Nah.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
Oh well, it happens.
yeah,
Moving on.
can't be
Here's
perfect.
something that oh shit, I forgot to pull his picture up. Sam, where are you, Sam? Up, I missed him. Sam Rivers. We talked about this. Sam Rivers, the bassist for Limp Bizkit, passed away and all this stuff, and bada bing, bada boom. And I was reading this article, and it just this this it just struck a nerve with me here. It says Rivers was under medical care for a serious illness at his home when the cardiac arrest occurred. We talked about last week how he suffered a heart attack. Yeah, I should no. Hey, if you know, you know. So I can gloat. The classification of his death as, quote, unattended, unquote, by deputies indicates that he had been receiving care for a life threatening condition expected to lead to death within a short period. That is bizarre. The way that
But he
is.
had a heart attack, so they
Well, he
knew it was
had
going
a
to lead
heart.
to a heart attack, or that was unexpected.
It
Still, he
just,
was
let me
going to
see.
die anyway, or
Rivers was under medical care for a serious illness at his home, and then he had a heart attack. And then it's odd the classification of his death as, quote, attended, unquote, by deputies. Just indicates that he had been receiving care. So he was on his way. This is so wild.
that is
Wow.
different. Yeah, that's a little,
That,
yeah.
for a life threatening condition expected to lead to death within a short period. I'd sort of like to find out a little bit more about that is such an eye-opening statement. Like, what the hell was he going through that he was going to die anyway, and then he has a heart attack, and it just wow, it just caught me as really strange,
Yeah, right.
you know. And then the bandmates, mourning the loss, describing him as a once in a lifetime kind of human and a true legend of legends. Tell you, man, when you get mellow people who are good musicians, yeah, those are the greatest people, when they're not all full of shit with their. That's the thing about a lot of these, even actors, musicians, they're all narcissists. Look at me, look at me.
Right, right,
That's
right.
what that sort of bugs me. When I get on stage, and I am so far from. I'm like a hermit, and it ain't easy getting on stage because I don't want to tell. Don't look at me. At the same time, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll rock and roll for you because I can still rock and roll pretty well. So it's just an odd
Oh, don't
situation.
be modest. You can rock and roll better and pretty damn well. I'll tell you that.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, but yeah, Sam Rivers, doggone it. That just caught me a really odd. So he was
Yeah,
on his.
right. It's
He was
kind of
dying. He was dying, and he would have died regardless of his heart attack or not. That's what this tells me. That's such a shame. You know.
well, you got to assume that's related to his liver. That's what he had. What he had a liver replacement, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So the liver. Yeah,
So he's
jeez.
probably on his way out with that, and ended up having a heart attack.
Doggone
And
it. Doggone it. Yeah. Well, rest in peace, dude. Freaking A, man. You got, I've got one of the Limp Bizkit CDs. It's got rolling, and all them cool, just balls to the walls songs. I don't care what
chocolate
anybody.
starfish and the hot
Yeah,
dog
that's the
water. Is
one.
that
That's
the
the
one?
one I
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's a very cool, hard rocking. I'm all for hard rocking and drop D'ing and all that good stuff. And that's a really cool hard rocking thing. I mean, he found a niche, and he filled it, if you will, or at least he exploited it. So the Limp Bizkits, yeah. I'm sure they'll be moving on if they haven't already with another bass player. They probably are, I'm sure,
Oh, I'm sure.
moving
Yeah,
on. So, they all
probably the
do.
tech, no doubt, for
Yeah, like
stepping right
ZZ
in.
Top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get the guitar tech. Boom. There you go. Bam, bam, wham, bam, a lamb. But anyway, real quickly here. Wow. Here we go. Where are the boys? Where are they? Is that them there? There they
Yeah.
are. Oh, there's Limp Bizkit right there too. Yeah. Woohoo. But anyway, yeah, Iron Maiden. Woo! We've been going to tours at Tinley Park an awful lot for many years, and it's just gone downhill. We started going, what, 4 years ago, heavily, and
Heavily,
it
yeah. But
was
we've got
great.
been going to shows
Free,
there since the '90s. Yeah, oh, yeah.
chairs, bring your own chairs, boom, boom, cheap lawn seats and
Yeah.
and lawn passes, and every year it's getting worse and worse. And this year was tragic. I'm sure they lost their ass at Tinley Park because they didn't have any more lawn passes, and the people they may not pay a lot for that seat for that concert, but when you go buy a $26 margarita and then you
Yep.
got to rent a $16 chair
$50
now,
T-shirt and
yeah,
yeah.
50, $60 t-shirt.
Oh
So
yeah, the
there's
rental of the chair. Yeah. Oh yeah. Forget. Don't forget about
yeah,
that.
right,
Absolutely.
right. So I'm sure they lost out. They got to rethink that. Hopefully, they rethink the lawn passes and bring them back because I only went to two shows this year, and jeez, they went to Cyndi Lauper because it was her final tour, and that was disappointing. She was like so tired, in her New York accent. "Oh, I'm so tired." It was funny. And then we saw Precinct Cooper, and the lawn was about 30% full. But I imagine if you had season passes, that lawn damn near probably been way over half. I'm
Right.
sure. I
Right.
mean, they really blew it. So I hope they don't blow it next year. And they came out with their first announcement, their first concert for next year, and it is on September 22nd, though. Way along again. Iron Maiden and their Run for Your Lives World Tour. Special guests. Oh, this is just going to be classic. Megadeth and Anthrax. That's pretty yeah. That's a pretty
That's a
big
solid
show.
lineup. Yeah.
That's a pretty big show to start out, their first announcement. But we'll see what happens. They've got to bring back the lawn. I
I've
mean,
never seen Maiden, seen the other two bands, but yeah, never seen Maiden. I'm surprised they're playing Tinley. They've always done bigger venues, but yeah, no, it sounds like
it's I tell you, even in the little local area doing the band stuff, it's hard out there. Bars ain't drawing a shitload of people anymore for the most part, for most bands. So they're just not drawing a lot of people. Back in the day, my God, me and the ex, we'd go dancing to certain bands and we'd have trouble getting on a dance floor. It was so jammed.
right.
And now there's like hardly anybody at these bands. So everything's changing. So maybe they just figured, let's not overdo it. Let's do a sensible 20,000 seat arena. Boom,
Right.
they'll fly in, maybe land that big old Iron Maiden jet right on I-80 right there and roll right on in, baby. Because the Tinley Park, for those who don't know, the Tinley Park arena is right next to I-80, basically. So it's right next to the big national artery. So yeah, and Megadeth, I've seen them, seen Iron Maiden. I saw Iron Maiden. Oh, I don't know, on the same and the
So
same
at Ozfest, right? Yeah.
Ozfest, yeah, before Sharon shut them down. I
Right.
saw them before
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, how cool was that? But they were outstanding, of course. I do remember the lead singer could not hit a lot of the high notes, but
Really.
you can't really expect them to.
And this is what
Run,
15 years ago, maybe something like that.
run to the hills, run for. He couldn't hit. He didn't even
Yeah.
try. Some notes he couldn't hit, but he rocked hard. Them guys, he's a megaloman. He's just really so Bruce Dickinson, so cool. Yeah, he's quite a dude. But yeah, and Iron Maiden and Megadeth, seen them. Yeah, you saw him with me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
came out with nothing, t-shirt and blue jeans, and just thrashed through their whole set. No bullshit, no crap, just bam, rock and roll, and then they's gone. Like there you go, no bullshit, no theatrics, just good hard rock and roll. Never seen Anthrax. Now you've seen them. They say
Yeah,
they put it.
oh, Anthrax, a pretty damn good show, man. They
Yeah,
they bring it. Yeah, they got high energy and they bring it, man, for sure. Yeah, it was a good show.
fucking hey, I'm glad to hear that, man. But so there you go. Yeah, the first show of next year's season at Tinley, and boy, they better make some changes, or they better make some wise business changes, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on. Here we go. How about this? Uh, the Sexy Pistols. Where are they? There they are. The Sex Pistols. Yeah, they've got ideas for new music with vocalist Frank Carter. This is from the people at Far Out. Glenn Matlock has confirmed that the Sex Pistols have ideas for new music with Frank Carter. The new iteration of the Sex Pistols, led by former Gallows frontman Carter, have been playing together since 2024 and have no plans to stop anytime soon. That's good news, actually. They were recently confirmed to appear at the Isle of Wight Festival next summer, along with acts like The Cure, Wet Lag, Calvin Harris, and Louis Capaldi. Calvin Harris, that sounds like a clothing line, actually, and Wet
What
Leg.
leg? I
Have you
like
heard of
what
them?
leg, man. Yeah, yeah,
You've
yeah.
heard
They're,
of
they're
them?
kind of cool. Yeah, it's two girls
Ooh.
from they're from there. They're from the Isle of Wight,
Ooh, love it.
and
so,
yeah, they're pretty different. They got some couple pretty cool songs.
so now Matlock has said to the Daily Star in regards to the possibility of new music in the future. He says, "We've talked about it with Steve Jones. We have ideas, and Frank is a very good lyricist. That helps to have a good lyricist, quite honestly. Jeez. However, the bassist doesn't expect them to enter the studio anytime soon, adding, everyone has ideas, but we're very busy at the moment and haven't had a chance to work things out. Yeah, yeah. I gotta imagine they've been on tour, they've been out there. I gotta
Right.
imagine that's turned out
Well,
pretty
actually,
well.
they haven't been. They were supposed to be. They were supposed to come to Chicago, and they
Oh, but
didn't.
but
They
yeah,
canceled. Steve Jones broke his wrist. He canceled
right.
the show I had tickets to,
Yeah,
and
but on a positive note, though, the guitarist adds, the good news is the surgeon said I will be back playing guitar in the not too distant future. The other good news is I'll be 70 tomorrow. Woo! So he's right around my age. God bless and God save the wrist. Hey, he put a spin on it. Yeah,
uh,
of course they have to modify the lyrics. I saw an article about that, how they have to modify a couple of lyrics. So what? God save the king, the fascist
right.
regime. They made you a moron, potential H bomb. So they have to change a few lyrics. You got a king now. What the hey? What?
It's not the same, man. It's just not. It's not the Sex Pistols. I don't care how good of a lyricist he is. It's not
Oh
Johnny
yeah,
Rotten. It's not the Sex Pistols. It's not. It's not. It's not that point in
it's
time
not
in
dangerous.
history.
It's not
It's not.
dangerous
Yeah,
this
yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah, There's no stakes. There's no. You're right. There's no.
Still, that nostalgia will rule in this respect. The nostalgia will still, people will dig it, but yeah, it's not dangerous anymore. Christ, back
Yeah, I
then,
almost
yeah.
almost wish they'd put something out under a different name or something. But they are touring as the Sex Pistols, so that would be kind of odd too, I guess. But I don't
Well,
know. I kind of see both sides of it. It'd be good. It was really good to be the new Sex Pistols with Johnny Rotten, Johnny Lydon. That would be worth buying.
oof.
This, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
and
We'll have
the
to see.
Far Out magazine wrote, with Frank Carter stepping into Johnny Rotten's shoes with ease, it all falls into place. Carter's performance is
Yeah,
so perfect, so full of exactly the kind of gobby attitude, raging spirit, and pure rock star power that it makes the whole band make sense again. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Of course they're gonna put that spin on it, but I don't
Good
know.
call. Spin. They're gaslighting us, man. Gaslighting. That's one of the words of the day, man. Gaslighting. See a lot of gaslighting anymore. And thanks to AI, you never know what's true or false anymore without doing extensive research.
Right?
Speaking of extensive research, Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee, this guy. What's wrong with him, Doc? Can you tell me? You know,
He's an attention whore. That's what's wrong with him.
this guy, and his wife. Geez, how what is it's one
Brittany
thing to be
Brittany
beautiful.
Furlan, for how you say her name, Furlan.
Furlan, yeah, Brittany Furlan. Yeah, he posted nude photo of her. According to rock celebrities here, Tommy Lee just went too far again after posting nude photo of wife Brittany Furlan. This guy, you know, jeez. I know he's got kids. I hope he doesn't have any grandkids because what an embarrassment to humankind. Tommy Lee recently
Right?
shared a
Here's my grandpa. Like, oh my
yeah,
god.
the loser. Tommy Lee recently shared a post on Instagram featuring a nude picture of his wife, Brittany Ferlin Lee. The post has drawn attention from fans and followers, according to a report from Instagram. This comes amid previous warnings from the platform regarding his content. In the caption, Lee used a metaphor to describe the image. He compared his wife to a pine tree undergoing transformation. Jeez, here's his
What
quote.
kind of transformation does a
Yeah,
pine tree go through?
yeah, she doesn't need nothing. She needs to be modesty. I think that's what she needs is modesty.
That'd be a
He
yeah.
said
That'd be
Tommy Lee says 2 months ago, 2 months ago, this was a straight black pine, like as straight as an effing arrow. So I'm just showing y'all the transformation. The name of that pine tree is Brittany.
that makes
Guy,
no sense.
at all, at all. A pine tree. What the hell? And then it says that the post has generated
makes no sense.
So the post has
Unless I'm
generated
missing
mixed
something. I don't know.
reactions. Yeah, yeah. Some fans express support. One commenting, "Still the best Insta page I see." Other questioned his decision to share such content, saying, "Tommy, why? Jesus, had they no shame? Had they no? They don't have any modesty.
No.
Just modesty is a real good quality. You idiots." Jeez, they're such a there I go with again with the narcissism in them. They just can't. They gotta be out there in the public.
I
They
can
don't
just
have
picture
enough
he's sitting
money.
around the house. I haven't been
Ugh,
getting enough attention lately, hon. Let's post some pictures. Uh, Let me put some pictures of myself nude. Oh, wait, we already did that. How about you topless, huh? No, we already did that. How about
dude,
you nude? Yeah, let's do that full frontal. Come on, let's do that one.
God Almighty, really, they don't need the money. I'm sure they could go live out in the country quietly for the rest but no, they're narcissists. They
No,
can't.
that's not his
No
style
money
at all.
doesn't mean squat to these folks. They just gosh, that's so it's just wow. Just wow, dude. They're so creepy. So yeah, he posts his picture. Of course there's the backlash. And it's not the first time Tommy Lee has faced controversy over explicit content on social media. In 2022, Tommy Lee sparked significant backlash when he posted a full frontal nude selfie, according to
Right,
KPBS.
right. Yeah, we talked about that one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the image remained on Meta owned platforms for hours before being removed due to violating nudity policies. More recently, Loudwire reported that he posted himself naked on Instagram dancing on a DJ booth. Jesus. This demonstrates a
How did we
pattern
miss
of
that one?
it demonstrates what the hell? This demonstrates a pattern of pushing the boundaries of the platform's community guidelines. Yeah, what
Oh,
a
yeah,
shame.
yeah, yeah. You think? Oh,
No
jeez.
modesty at all. Shame on her. Beautiful, beautiful. You don't, but
Dude, just get an
narcissism.
OnlyFans page. You get it over with, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. Just go all the way. What the hell? Make some money out of your horrifying. Really, have you no modesty? Gosh Almighty. Jeez, I just these narcissists. You have to be too. Like I say, with actors and people like this. There's rock stars out there that aren't narcissists. Or
dude, look at James
musicians, I should
Hetfield.
say.
He's doing like just what you're talking about, man. He's got a place up back. Where is it? I want to say Colorado, I think. It's like got like a ranch. He out there
Idaho or
chopping his
something
own
like
wood.
that.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Knowing what's real and what's yeah, dude. And so, but it's fun watching these idiots, these narcissists, because it just reminds you what you don't want to be. You know, yeah. Teach your kids not to be this. You know,
Of course, he's just perpetually 12 years old anyway.
yeah.
He's just one of those
Social
guys.
media is
Yeah,
not the way to live your life. It's just creepy.
right.
And
No
here
good
I
can
am.
come from it.
That's right, you youngsters out there. God dang. But in any case, there you go. There's my preaching for another good show. What do you got? 184, right? Yeah.
Bye, 184, I think.
Wow,
Yeah.
dig that, folks. Thanks for stopping by here in the gloomy, dank Midwest. Changing the weather now. Got Halloween coming up. Gonna run away. I used to give away a bunch. Doc. I used to work at Nestle, and they'd give us like 100 pounds of candy every
Oh, I bet. Yeah, yeah.
Halloween. So I'd be giving away told now that I'm retired, I just go to the bar during
Just go
during trick
hide
or
out.
treat, just go hide out because yeah, I'm tired, just leave me alone.
Dude,
Like I
last
say,
year I ran out. I just scrambled up some eggs, man. I just flipped them some scrambled eggs
here you
right out of
go,
the frying
kids.
pan.
Open your
Right.
bag.
Yeah,
There
just
you.
give them some scrambled eggs. There you go.
Well, and I live here in this private lake community, so the houses, there's plenty of houses, so there's plenty of kids. And God, I remember back in the day living in the country. Geez, we'd have to walk a quarter mile to get to the next house, praying to gosh it wasn't a freaking
Right.
popcorn ball.
Yeah, you get there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but in any case, enough with me
Remember
yapping
back when
on.
we were kids, you get a penny sometimes. Remember somebody would just throw you a penny. Remember
Yeah.
that? You ever get a
Oh,
penny?
the
Yeah.
old ladies. Yeah. Geez,
Yeah.
thanks. Gosh. But back then you could get a piece of candy for a penny.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But still, you got to go do the transaction, man. That's
yeah.
how this works, lady. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Those were the days. But yeah, I remember the popcorn balls. They used to, God dang it, you're giving us a pop. I don't care if it's
Right.
wrapped in green or yellow cellophane. It's still a freaking popcorn pie. Oh, well, those were the days. But anyway, these are the days, and why don't you take us home there, brother?
Yes, sirree. We'll see what we'll see what goes on for next week for sure. And we do appreciate everybody still watching and everything, but let's let the cat out of the bag. But
Go ahead,
we're
man.
uh, we're uh, we're gonna be making some changes. Obviously, the what do you call it? The algorithm is not our friend; is totally
No.
dead to us. So
Well,
we're
let's
probably
mention
gonna
that though. Even on the very big podcasters, they don't dare miss an episode
right.
because they know it'll screw up the algorithm.
Yeah,
And a year and a half ago or so, we took like 2 weeks off, and
hasn't
the
been the same yet.
algorithm
Yeah.
never forgave us. So we're gonna probably change things up a little bit here, and coming up in the future, we'll see. But we'll still be doing it hopefully every week. We won't miss a beat here. We'll see. But yeah, we pissed off the algorithm, and gosh, we had one show where we think, a couple of 3 or 4 shows where things started building up, and then
Yeah, we were averaging over 1,000 there for about
and
four or five
and
shows there.
then
Yeah,
we took a vacation, and the algorithm has not
not
forgiven
forgiving
us.
us at all.
So we got some idea. We got a few ideas we're going to be talking about, but we won't be going anywhere. We just may change things up to try and
Just go on to
the
another channel.
Al and the Go Rhythms doesn't
Yeah,
we get a fresh start and maybe get the
exactly.
ball
Yeah.
rolling. But either way, this is a gas. Either way, I'm having fun.
That's down the road. That'd be a couple months down the road at least. So, but
Yeah.
if you got
Hey,
any ideas, any comments, you loyal viewers, I'm sure you got some thoughts. Go ahead and feel free to share them. But other than that, well, we'll see what happens next week. Till then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.